So now I invite IUCN to present the nomination of the Iva-Boritic karst and caves of northern Appennine, Italy. But before I give the floor to the Secretariat, Mr. Balsamo, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairperson. We received a factual error notification concerning the evaluation of the Iva-Boritic karst and caves on northern Apennines. And this is to be found on page 2 of document INF 8B4 add. Thank you.
Thank you very much. IUCN, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning. Please can I have the next slide with the map. So the Iva-Boritic karst and caves of the northern Apennines is a serial property spanning 3,680 hectares with 9 component parts and buffer zones, and the buffer zones totaling 8,348 hectares. These components represent 2 distinct geological periods. Firstly, the Triassic period, approximately 200 million years ago, associated with the breakup of the supercontinent Pangaea and the formation of the modern continents. And secondly, the ecological catastrophe known as the Messinian salinity crisis phase from 6 million years ago, when the Mediterranean Sea largely evaporated. Next slide, please. The current cave system, which is developed within this formation over the last 500,000 years, and is a cave system that hosts over 900 caves, including some of the world's deepest gypsum caves, reaching 265 meters below the surface. Furthermore, the property also contains unique chemical deposits and minerals, some of which are not found anywhere else. The nominated property also contains many noteworthy and unique hydrological features and surfaced karst forms, including unusually large gypsum cone features, salt springs, and speleothems. The nominated area can be considered as the area with the most profusely studied, most accessible, and most comprehensively displayed and well-protected epigenic gypsum cave systems of the world. It contains an exceptional diversity of well-documented chemical deposits and minerals associated with this type of gypsum cave. So in conclusion, IUCN considers that the nominated property demonstrates global significance under Criterion 8 in its representation of epigenetic gypsum karst, and in this sense, the nominated property would also fill a gap in the World Heritage List that was identified in past IUCN thematic studies. Next slide, please. The protection regime of the nominated property is composed of a wide range of protected designations at all levels. 96% of the nominated area protected under the European Union's Natura 2000 network, 70% protected by national park and 2 regional parks, and most of the remaining areas are nature reserves, protected landscapes, protected areas under local law. The buffer zone and the land adjacent to the nominated property is subject to the territorial and landscape planning of the Emilia-Romagna region that establishes the rules for the management of the territory. Next slide, please. So overall, IUCN notes that adequate protection through these different legislative and management programs are covering most of the nominated property. However, according to our evaluation, there remain gaps in protection within the nominated property and for some important attributes of the proposed OUV, which are located close to but outside the nominated areas. So whilst the boundaries mostly encompass the attributes of OUV within the nominated property, there are these gaps, notably outside the boundaries of the component parts of Alte Valle Teccia and parts of Vena del Gesso, Romagnola. And a revision of the boundaries and complete protection coverage is therefore still required. The property has a management system that benefits from adequate staffing and adequate budgets. There are good monitoring systems for geological, ecological, and climate aspects that are in place. And while the management structure is outlined in the nomination, it is not yet fully operational. Overall threats to the property are low, but there is some gypsum quarrying, agriculture, and possible threats from increased tourism, and it is recommended not to extend one quarry permit, which is a potential threat, and to initiate restoration activities.
Dear colleagues, I'd like to invite you to adopt that draft decision as a whole, and if there are no objections or comments, I therefore declare draft decision 45Com 8B32 adopted as amended. Congratulations to Italy. Congratulations on behalf of the entire committee. You may have the floor.
On behalf of the Italian Republic, it is a sincere privilege to share here in Riyadh with the international community the fact that this time Italy has diversified its World Heritage List with a natural property, thus highlighting the Earth's extraordinary treasures and our always growing responsibilities of preservation and enhancement towards future generations. Our profound gratitude goes to you, Mr. Chairman, for the excellent and very professional conduct of this long session, and to the World Heritage Center and the advisory body for the successful work accomplished these days and the constant spirit of open and transparent collaboration shown. Let me dedicate such a global recognition to the proud and brave people of Emilia-Romagna, recently hit by heavy floods, but always keen in any circumstances to let their resilience, passion, and skills prevail, to promote with stronger determination and share with the whole world the fantastic qualities of their hearts and minds, as well as the richness of their land. Italy remains warmly grateful to the distinguished members of this committee, in particular to Ethiopia for having successfully presented the amendment to the draft decision, and to the other members who expressed their support. Thanks to your support, friendship, and trust, Emilia-Romagna will be, from today, recognized not only for being the birthplace of Pavarotti, Fellini, Armani, Ferrari, but also for its fascinating geology and their unique caves filled with amazing gypsum crystals. I have the pleasure to give the floor to Barbara Lori, Regional Minister for International Cooperation. Thank you.
Monsieur le Président, merci. Je voudrais tout d'abord exprimer ma gratitude à l'Arabie saoudite pour avoir organisé la 45e session du Comité du Patrimoine Mondial. Merci à Monsieur la Directrice Générale, merci à Lucienne pour sa évaluation précise et pour les recommandations suggérées, aussi aux autres États membres du Comité pour leur soutien. L'inscription du bien Cars et grottes évaporitiques de l'Appennine du Nord sur la liste du patrimoine mondial est une nouvelle occasion pour partager des connaissances avec tous les pays, ainsi que pour les habitants de ces territoires de préserver leurs valeurs naturelles exceptionnelles pour les générations futures. Je tiens à remercier le ministère de l'Environnement, les comités scientifiques régionaux, la Fédération spéléologique régionale, le système du parc de la région Emilia-Romagna, les 19 municipalités, les universités de Modena, Reggio Emilia, Bologne, pour leur travail extraordinaire. Merci à tous encore. Je vous invite avec plaisir à visiter et connaître les monts souterrains exceptionnels du Cars et grotte évaporatique de l'Appennine du Nord in Italie. Grazie a tutti.
Thank you very much and congratulations again.